Hey guys, and welcome to another video here again in Great Tech New Horizons on the XN server. So yeah, not much has changed. I've not really been playing that much, to be honest. And this is actually the second time I'm recording this video, because I actually recorded this like 2 days ago, but I didn't have basically anything to show, and the video ended up being like 20 minutes. That's way too long for basically nothing to show. So yeah, in the meantime, I got a few more things going. So let's see what we can show today. So yeah, here nothing changed. I'm not really sure why I'm even coming here, but as you guys can see, I'm already starting up on the lasers, and this is also a little bit of a rant that I want to go on at the end. Not going to waste much more time with that, but just so you guys know, we are already planning some. But yeah, let's go upstairs. I think this is basically the same. I just upgraded some of the machines, upgraded the coil, so now we are able to produce a little bit more rocket fuel. But that's not even that needed because I added some plasma turbines, and of course they run with helium plasma that we are getting from our two new Mark 1 fusion reactors. These weren't actually the end of the world to get, but yeah, I guess I had some stored materials um, that yeah, I keep crafting. That's one of the things that I've been doing. Been crafting a lot more materials than I actually need. I always like to have some kind of a buffer so that I don't get caught by surprise when I try to craft something. Since by this point I don't really have auto crafting for the blast furnaces, so yeah, I'm trying to not use that for the time being. But in the future we'll change that to we'll change most of the blast furnace ingots to be auto crafted. But right now that's not the case. So yeah, basically the helium 3 comes from one of the planets. I don't remember which, and the deuterium that this uses. Where is it? Yeah, the deuterium actually comes from our chemical area. We have well, this tank full, two centrifuges with hydrogen, and this gets us our deuterium. So yeah, that's that. Also, another thing I don't think was here last week is the data bank. Um, yeah, basically this just allows us to store all of our data sticks. That's pretty cool. This was here already. This is new. This was actually kind of a pain, not the machine itself, but the reason why I had to do this right now. I wasn't really planning on doing this, but yeah, I guess it was an extra, I guess. But that come because of the lasers. Yeah, I guess I'll go into that now, since we are talking about that. So basically, in the quest book, in the ZPM tier, as you guys can see, we have the quest for the active transformers. But of course, to the active transformers, we need the lasers. But the thing is that for the lasers, you actually need UV power, which in my mind doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Since that for the you can get the active transformers in ZPM, so it for me it doesn't really make sense for the lasers themselves to be locked in UV. But yeah, we can basically skip that, the UV assembler with the new, or not new, but we just built this new large autoscale assembler, which we can overclock with two ZPM hatches. It's the only assembler multi-block that we can actually overclock with double hatches. The precise assemblers cannot be overclocked like that. They just allow for a single hatch, so no overclocking here. So yeah. Also, to be able to craft that, we needed enriched nakoda. So basically, I expanded our nakoda line to be able to process the enriched nakoda. So yeah, this is the way the enriched nakoda starts. It's a little bit different because we have basically two starting points. We can start from the enriched nakoda dust itself that we get from the ores, or we can start from here, from this neutron activator, from the regular nakoda line. But I guess we'll start from the dust. So we get the dust. We do this recipe. We get basically some extra stuff, but mainly we care about this. This basically goes into the autoclave, which gets us this dust, and this goes to the neutron activator. We get a little bit of Nequadria, some waste materials that we recycle, of course, in this enriched nakoda sulfate, which then we electrolyze to get the enriched nakoda out. But the thing is, here in this autoclave recipe, this dust, like I've said, also comes from the first neutron activator. So we basically have two sources to get enriched nakoda, and I'm pretty sure it will be the same, or actually it will be the same for the Nequadria as well, because as you guys could see from this recipe alone, where was it? This step here we also get Nequadria. So for Nequadria, we'll have two ways to get it as well, from the ore and from the enriched. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's Naquadria line, enriched Naquadria line actually. Yeah, for the Naquadria line that's it. Oh, also I upgraded some of these machines so they now run faster. Now our bottleneck is this. I could simply overclock this, but for now, since we don't really have that much amperage coming out of the thingy, I'm not really overclocking this right now, but for sure when we have the lasers, that's probably something that we'll be doing at that stage. Now, the only thing we are really missing is the water line. So last time I showed you guys the tier 3. So now I have the tier 4 as well. I actually just built this. It's pretty simple to automate this actually. I actually find it easier to automate this one than this one. But yeah, that's just me. Hey guys, future me just coming in with the quick update for the tier 4 water. Initially, when I recorded this, my explanation was very bad when I was editing it, so I just decided to redo it all. So yeah, this is a little bit in the future. Also, new setup for the tier 3. I'll show you guys that when I actually record the episode. But yeah, going on into this very quickly. Basically, this basically controls the pH of the water. It needs to be within 0.05. Yeah, 0.05 of 7. So basically we use these special hatches to control the acidity of the water. So this one is on inverted in this value, and this one is normal on this value. So it's within 0.05 of 7, right? So basically when it's higher than 7, basically it will input the hydrochloric acid, and if it's lower than 7 it will input sodium hydroxide. This is not really the best way to do this because it will always input more sodium hydroxide, and then we need to compensate with this, but it works well enough this way, so I'm not really sure if I'll change it. But yeah, this inputs a really small amount so that it can be precise, and basically when it reaches the 7 it has a 100% chance of succeed. And yeah, that's basically how the tier 4 water works. Also, I don't think I mentioned, but as you guys might have noticed, I remodeled the floor here. Yeah, if you guys might remember, these 3 buildings were the original ones after I came back. I didn't really know how to build, but I just knew that I needed some space to put machines, so I guess I just speed ran through the building. So yeah, now that we have our actual layout done. I just decided to just make this a little bit better, the floor at least. So yeah, that's the reason why. That's it for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye.